Let me present you the EyeC driver option, which is a CloudFlow option that allows you to increase your quality control efficiency. So these options provide you with CloudFlow white papers that are able to drive the EyeC profiler software. The EyeC profiler software is used in the label and packaging industry and allow users to define some profiles that describe the right things and the bad thing of files. And this allows then you to compare customer files with production file on the one hand, or actually some ready to print one-up file with the step and repeat that have been created with one or more one-up files. Based on this, the system will be able to create reports showing the differences between the files and the accepted and the rejected differences. The EyeC driver option is a licensed CloudFlow option, and it is available as a standard white paper in CloudFlow Mars. Before you are using this option, the way to work with EyeC Profiler is the following way. People are reading job tickets or actually job description, which are usually printed on the paper, read some information, and based on this they will be able to look for some files, look for customer files, look for one-up files or step and repeat files, select the right ones, open them in EyeC Profiler, with the risk of eventually making mistake on the files that they have opened. These files are open, they are checked in the EyeC Profiler, and then at the end, when people have qualified all the suspicious files, they can then create a report. And again, to create the report, they need to type in information, typically the item number, the job number, and eventually some additional metadata that match the process they have. With the EyeC driver option, we provide you with a standard workflow that can be integrated into your own workflow and then be available classically through Kiosk for the end user. Here, for instance, this workflow is item driven. You need to give the item number, the job number, and actually you can start to check things. This workflow is actually gathering the customer files from an item structure, gathering the one-up files which are ready to be printed, is running in background a comparison between the files, and automatically the first step would be that EyeC Profiler will create a report that will be directly available from the Kiosk interface. So we see now it stopped, it gives us access to the report. The report shows directly into the proof scope application. You have the ability to go through the different pages of the report and eventually analyze the differences you can see. If this report is not enough, then you can decide to run manually the comparison and go for the creation of another report which will take the user input. This is done in one click. No need to search for the files. The EyeC Profiler interface will start automatically on the right files. And instead that you go through your Finder and look for the right files, you will have directly the two files that are open and that are ready to for the inspection. The inspection is run. The EyeC Profiler will then detect this suspicious area that you will need to qualify. So you can go through each of them and say which ones are right or which ones are wrong until you have defined this for all the suspicious areas. And at the end, actually, you will be able to create the report that match the input that you gave as a user. Again, here, to create this report, you don't need to type in the item number, the job number, or any additional metadata. This information has been already transmitted to the EyeC Profiler. So you just have to click Finish Examination, and this will create the report that is then available again by the workflow. The workflow then gets the user decision and can use this information to go ahead. So here we see that the file was rejected.